Hey, Psych 102. So we got through the classic Milgram experiment together. Feel free to hit me with any questions or thoughts you have on that. One more psychological classic that I just have to throw at you is the Stanford prison experiment. So I've got Quiet Rage, the documentary on the experiment, up on YouTube there for you, so feel free to give that a watch. Also dark, also not a very fun, pleasant watch, so same disclaimer as with the Milgram experiment. Try to hit it when you're in a good headspace and try to have a good plan afterwards to just, shake it off, find some fun, what have you. Feel free to meditate before or after it, whatever else you do to just kind of refocus and recenter. Stanford prison experiment is not really good science. You can Google and find tons of criticisms of the experiment, and some people even asking, why are we even teaching this in psychology? Because it's not properly controlled. There are so many confounding variables. You have the researcher Zimbardo influencing the experiment directly and participating in the experiment. So what are we doing here? Well, that's a question for you, but even if the experiment is bad science, A, it's a classic, and B, we have so much data since then to confirm these ideas that yes, our environments, our roles, our situations have so much to do with behavior, and it's so often that we do conform to the roles that we find ourselves placed in. And that's a question that you can be thinking about as you watch the experiment too, obviously in lesser context. Where do we find ourselves conforming to certain roles because there's expectations and ideas that go along with those roles? Other question that I want you to think about a little bit is Milgram was really publicly chastised for his experiments. They were so unethical and unnecessary, and they caused harm to the participants, and yada, yada, yada. And yet Zimbardo, who arguably did something quite a bit more fucked up, you're on your own, I guess, for how you weigh these two, but certainly equally harmful, is kind of a hero. He's praised. He becomes APA president at one point, I think in 2002 or early 2000s. So one gets villainized and one kind of gets made a hero. What's going on with that? And as you think about that, don't think too hard about it. You all have strong logical minds, but maybe this isn't logical. This isn't logic at play. This is other psychological phenomenon happening. So give that some thought, check it out, and when I see you next week, we'll talk some more about conformity and some other issues in social psychology. Hope you're all having a great week. Join me again for another quick meditation, and we'll keep training our brains, and I'll see you here again soon.